Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe. Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Nayana Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय गौर प्रेमानंद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमा ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. There is a very famous verse. Maya Mugdha Jivarna hi Swata Krishna Jnana Atayeva Kripaya Koila Krishna Veda Puran. This verse means, in this world all of us are Maya Mugdha Jiv. We are bewildered by Maya. Swata Krishna Jnana means we cannot awaken knowledge about Krishna or love of God on our own. It's not possible. See, if my hands and legs are tied, can I escape myself? Somebody whose hands and legs are not tied, they have to come and release me. So, all of us as Baddha Jivas in this world, we are groping in darkness, wandering here and there in millions of lifetimes. Sometimes a king, sometimes a penniless beggar, sometimes educated, sometimes illiterate, sometimes born in a high caste, sometimes born in an insignificant parentage, sometimes. In this way, all of us wandering in this world like the Ferris wheel. The giant wheel, when you go up, you feel very happy. When you come down, you are horrified. Going to heaven is enjoyable, going to hell is terrible. But we keep rotating in the cycle of birth and death. But Krishna is so kind. He has made this world in such a way that it is not like a concentration camp. It is like a jail. There is a big difference between a concentration camp and a jail. Who can say the difference? Yes. So they will stay there, and what they will do there? What is the goal of a conference? You all know during the Second World War, Hitler put people in gassing chambers. So what is the purpose of putting Jews in gas chambers? They have to die. The only purpose of concentration camp is to kill the people by putting some poisonous gases. Correct, no? And are they given any scope to express themselves, to reform and then become better human beings? No chance. That's a concentration camp. People will live there, no food, no water, no medication, no scope for proving their innocence or honesty, no scope for improvement. That is concentration camp. Whereas on the other hand, in a jail, if you go to any jail and see, you will find that there they even send doctors also. If a thief gets sick, they send a doctor also there to cure his disease. They give food also, food, clothing, shelter, and they also give a doctor. But the fellows have to do some hard work. They have to break some stones. They have to do some endeavor. Or they have to plow the field, do something. Physical work they will give. The whole idea is you give them some punishment there. The goal is to reform them. The goal is to make the thieves better human beings. So today they are stealing. Tomorrow when they come out, they should not steal. That's the intention. So there's a very big difference between a concentration camp and jail. So when you look at this world, how does it look like for you? Looks like concentration camp or a jail? Yeah, why? Because here also you are given food, clothing, not just ordinary food. You can see six type of juices, isn't it? There are sweet, salt, sour, pungent, astringent, bitter. Six type of taste. Imagine if God was angry with you that you have left my spiritual world and gone to material world. All your life you will get only rice, plain white rice, nothing else. Wherever you grow, nothing else will come in this world. How miserable life would be, isn't it? With but now we can see along with rice we have so many masalas. We have sambar with rice, we have dal, we have sabji, we have rasam, we have dahi. Along with that we have hing, we have elaichi, we have miri. What do you call miri? Pepper, kala mirchi, pepper, ginger, turmeric, haldi, hing. So many things like that. Correct now. So many different spices to make our food very delicious. Similarly, fruit juices, apple juice, pineapple juice, mango juice. So many different types of juices, grapes juice. So you can see God has created this world and put his rebellious souls in this world. Even for rebellious people, he's giving such nice things. I was just thinking, if you become obedient, we don't know what he will give there. Isn't it? Even for rebellious people, such wonderful facilities providing. Think about it. Generally speaking, imagine if somebody doesn't cooperate with you, you know, you may not provide him so much facility, correct? No? Like half you students, you are using your father's money properly. You are going to college, studying, earning a degree. Imagine a boy is drinking, smoking, and misusing the money. Do you think father will send the money regularly? Father will say, "What are you doing? You are wasting the money. You are misusing the money. So I won't send you anything." Whereas Krishna is so kind, he knows that we are misusing the resources of material nature. Still, he is sending facility, hoping that one day we will somehow reform and change. That is one very amazing thing. Another thing, he never closes the doors of spiritual world to any condemned soul, no matter how condemned you can be. You can be fully Gaya Gujara, good for nothing. Still, Lord says that no matter how degraded you become, not only when I open the doors for you when you come back, even in your degraded condition, I'll accompany you to every body. As what? Super soul. Even if the Jiva goes to a worm's body, the Lord also goes with him as super soul. Huh? Any body you go in a pig's he never leaves the jiva. He doesn't say, shame, shame, puppy, shame, you're doing such dirty things. Get lost. I am a very pure personality. I'm liberated soul. I'll always be in spiritual world. Huh? Maybe I'll provide you facility. You do nonsense and I will not come with you. He doesn't say that. He's accompanying the soul. He's accompanying the soul, keeping the doors of spiritual world open even for the demons also to become reformed and return back to the spiritual world. Hmm. And he's providing facility for our nice eating, sleeping. So in every level we can prove it. Physically speaking, he is providing all the eatables and everything. Emotionally speaking, he has provided you mother and father to show his love for you in a very personalized way. Through mother, father, brother, sister, family, and all. And similarly, intellectually to satisfy you, you don't want to study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. He says, okay, study artificial intelligence or robotics, study computer science, study electronics, electrical engineering, mathematical derivations, physics, chemistry, biology. He is giving you a myriad of a very, very big number of subjects to all kinds of speculation you can do and be satisfied in that. Huh? If you don't want to study about me, I'll give you some subjects which you can delight yourself with. He has provided that also for your intelligence. Yeah. And for our ego satisfaction, he has kept so many opportunities for us to do some innovation, invention, discovery, and then earn a name and reputation, get a Nobel Prize, and then be satisfied I did a great thing. Although Lord is the one who says, Buddhir Buddhimatam asmi. Balam Balavatam chaham. I give the strength, I give the intelligence. He provides everything. So Prabhupada said, give God the Nobel Prize. Prabhupada said. Why? The reason is, say for example, AM waves, FM waves, electromagnetic radiation, X-rays, alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays, these are all there, already there in this world, although you can't see them with your naked eyes. Correct, no? They're present. So what man is doing is taking advantage of this existing natural phenomenon created by God to do some nice thing. For example, God has already made a principle called electricity. Electricity means flow of electrons. Correct? No? Passage of electricity is flow of electrons. Now, using that one principle of electricity, once when he asked, who created electricity, I asked. Somebody said Faraday. Faraday didn't create. Faraday only discovered it. Now, with that one principle, when he discovered, now we have the bulb is on, the fan is rotating, grinder is working, mixie is working, scooter is moving, everything correct now. So there are electric cars now. One creation of God that is called electricity. You can have 5,000 appliances with that. So man is just hooking on to the laws created by God and creating some inventions which are dependent on that particular principle created by God. Therefore, give God the Nobel Prize. Prabhupada said, you understand? No? Just like in a village, for example, a farmer wants water supply. He will put a hook on the wire, the village, and then he will make the pump run and doesn't have to pay for the electricity. You've seen that? People do that. The same manner, what are scientists doing? Scientists are connecting to the laws of God created by him in the nature. With that, he is making many appliances run. So Prabhupada said, God deserves Nobel Prize for two reasons. Because one, he says God only gave the scientists the brain and the senses and the conglomeration of 120 elements in the Mendeleev's periodic table. So he gave the materials, he gave the brain, he gave the senses. So all three are given by him. For that one reason, you have to give Nobel Prize to God. And another reason, he already has made laws and kept them ready-made. Like, for example, can you take X-ray of somebody's bones if God didn't keep the principle of X-ray existing, which you capture on a photographic plate? Can you do that? That law is already there. Are we creating X-rays or X-ray laws are already there? Already it is there. We are taking advantage of that. Correct now? Think about it. Similarly, right here in this room now, there are so many, you know, uh, waves. If you put a television box, you can capture them. Correct now? And then some particular channel can be shown. So that means this laws of transmission of waves from one place to another. These laws are all like we have laws of physics, laws of chemistry. All these different laws are all already made by God and kept ready. Man is only discovering them. Otherwise, how do you make parabolic and hyperbolic, linear, behavior of even the insensible matter that follows a definite pattern? It has been observed. It's creation of God. Is like you all heard about that Fibonacci, isn't it? So you can see his creation is very amazing, simply amazing. So many things that man has done is an imitation of what God has done. Like the Calcutta Howrah Bridge, how did they make? They have seen the human bone shape, how to support the bridge. From the human body, they have found out if you make the bones in a certain way, the body is supported. Similarly, the Howrah Bridge is also made based on that principle. Similarly, man saw the birds flying, levitation, how the birds are able to fly. Then he learned the law of buoyancy. In hydraulics, we study about law of buoyancy principle, lift and drag. So then he found out that we have to propel and then keep the aeroplane. And then if you cause the drag, then drag and lift combined aeroplane will fly up. Where he learned it from? From the birds. Similarly, uh, this one.
Let's look at this corn cob. The kernels are very impressive. Using AI, we can see how each kernel pops from the cob, transforming into a vibrant room with people and activities inside. The lights and colors are magical. The power of AI is truly amazing, making everything look sharp and astonishingly beautiful. Now, cut this tomato into quarters and then again.
Let's see how AI can create with this tomato slice, resulting in a stunning modern architectural space with lively activities and vibrant lights blending yellow and red. Now let's try with a kiwi. I'll cut it like this. Next, let's see how AI makes the kiwi seeds come to life. A new architecture emerges with sharp green colors. Everything looks unexpectedly real. Now, I'll slice some purple cabbage. And AI will use the cabbage's patterns to create a new architecture for the house, incorporating the features of purple cabbage. You'll see how the design includes rows of people moving around. Next, with a lemon, I'll slice it and arrange it, resulting in a beautiful lemon-themed building with sparkling lights, a water feature, and surrounding houses with people passing by. You see, that's so amazing. Then, with a cucumber, I'll slice and arrange it like this. AI will create a new architecture where cucumber seeds become beautiful runes, and the cucumber rind shines with lighting. The result is a very modern, eye-catching space that looks like another world. Now I'll slice this cantaloupe and observe its remarkable transformation with AI. From this simple fruit, a highly modern building emerges, adorned with greenery, radiant rooms, and bustling crowds.
Isn't it? How much man can learn from nature? Huh? Krishna's creation, many things he can copy. Huh? Learning from God. Actually, they not only the designs are good, man has found out that if you make such designs, they're more sturdy. That's very important. Why you go for this type of, why are you learning from nature? The nature is created by God in such a way that there is a lot of stability made. The design has stability. That is why man is learning. Otherwise, why he can't do anything on his own? Huh? You can learn. That's why God did first. I read one article called God did first, and man did second. And man can learn and do from God many things like that. So, in this world, He has created this world for us to live, but He also has a purpose. Like your father has sent you here, he wants you to enjoy life, but he doesn't want you to enjoy life in such a way that you will not earn the degree. Imagine a boy comes to IIT and he's 7 years he has not cleared all the papers and he got an NFT. Not fit for technical education. He gets how sorry father would be, isn't it? Because he sent you for studying. But along with studies, if a boy says, I want to have some fun also, I want to be a part of different clubs, I want to be a part of boat club, I want to be a part of a music club, father won't mind. So, but but certain students, they don't study at all, correct, no? They spend a very while away the time. Similarly, Krishna has sent you to this world with two purposes. One is your program, one is his program. What is his program? To purify our heart and go back to God. That is his program. What is our program? We want to enjoy. But for enjoying also, he has given a program. Okay. Sanctioned, sanctified, regulated. Okay. If you really have a keen desire to enjoy, you sanctioned, sanctified, regulated. If you do this sanctioned, sanctified, regulated, you will not get entangled. And then you can come back to me. As made. So he's given the scriptures accordingly. Scriptures are there to gradually take us back home, back to Godhead. So we have to be able to observe the world and learn what a wonderful world He has created. For example, when you do sinful activities, the nature discourages you. You put tobacco in the mouth, you get ulcers. You smoke cigarette, you get lung cancer. You drink liquor, you get liver cirrhosis. That means nature is encouraging or discouraging you? Discouraging us. And you do yogasanas, your body becomes more healthy. You do pranayam, it calms your mind. You chant Hare Krishna, you feel blissful. And if you keep chanting, you become gradually more refined, more pure in lifestyle, pure thinking, everything. Similarly, you take vegetarian food offered to God. That's very easy to digest. But on the other hand, you take junk foods, you take non-vegetarian foods, it complicates your system. Correct, no? That means God has made this world in such a way that you do the right things, you are rewarded. You do wrong things, you are punished. And that punishment is not punishment. Punishment is to restrain you from going in the wrong direction. Correct, no? Yeah. Say, for example, once I saw a worm moving on the floor. So I told one devotee, bring one leaf, catch this fellow and leave him in the garden. But as soon as we kept the leaf, immediately the worm turns like that. And then you show the leaf here. Because he doesn't understand that we are going to help him. As soon as he puts some restriction, he says, I don't want restriction. But why are we keeping the leaf? So that if he climbs on the leaf, you can drop him in the garden. Similarly, he's putting 4 regulative principles. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't go there. Immediately a person becomes angry. Hey, you guys are putting conditions. Standing away. But these conditions are for what purpose? For our own good. A child going to kitchen, if it is catching the knife, mother says, hey, don't catch the knife, mother says. And child says, okay, I'll go and touch the blue color flower in the gas stove. Huh? So he's thinking it is a flower. Mother says, hey, don't touch the fire, she says. And the child says, okay, you are always saying don't this, don't that. I'm going out to play. Hey, don't go alone outside. A child wonders, for everything you are saying don't. But she is saying don't for what? For the good of the child, isn't it? So the don'ts are kept in the scriptures to help the jiva not go away from God, but to align with God gradually, and then go towards Him, back home, back to God. So you can observe the world and learn so many things, even before you go to the scriptures. Simply by watching the world around you. And He is so kind. He made the world a protective world. We have made it dangerous. Like He has made a ozonosphere around the earth. Is it protective or not? Protective. But we are blowing off, we are depleting the ozonosphere with carbon monoxide and causing UV radiation to come in, and then we blame God. UV is coming and causing diseases. So diseases are coming because we only invited it. We are inviting it. So God made this world a beautiful place. We are making it a mess. So the more we are ignorant of Him, the more we create mess in this world. The more you are aware of Him and His plan for us, we align with the Lord and then walk in the right direction. Then we become happy and we can become spreaders of happiness. You spread the happiness. So I'm going to answer your questions now. Yesterday, up to 10 questions we have answered, and now we're going to the 11th one. Yeah, please read it. Where's the mic with you? Yeah, where's the mic with you? You can take this one.
I get it. Hare Krishna, bro. Please accept my humble obeisances. I am not getting taste in bhakti, and hankering for material things are always troubling. I am very much disturbed, but as my academics are also not good, and thoughts of going to hostel is also coming. What should I do, Prabhu?
See, there is a material rasa, there is a spiritual rasa, two rasas. So when you are dealing with matter, you definitely get some rasa. Otherwise, why are you, going behind material things? For example, when you are materialistic, you hear cinema music, you eat out in a hotel, you go for parties, you dance in the discotheque for passionate music, you keep illicit connections, and all these things are giving some rasa. But that rasa is like the rasa of a pig eating stool. That type of rasa it is. A pig is living in a ditch and the pig is eating stool. That type of life. But the pig is getting proper. His pig must be definitely getting some rasa out of it. Otherwise, how he becomes fat? Fat means very happy also. Yes, he is happy, but he is happy in which guna? Tamaguna. So you have a choice to be happy in tamaguna if you want. Like there are people who take to drugs and who take to smoking, drinking, and they think it is happiness. But actually, if you objectively look at their system, body, doctors say that they are destroying their body. Doctors say that they're putting substances into the body, which has been proved to be extremely harmful, not just slightly harmful. It's extremely harmful. Let me show you.
We all know that
Drinking, drugs, and fast food are bad for you.
The bit that I like the most.
But when it comes to young Brits, nothing gets in the way of a good time.
No? How many chemicals are there in that cigarette? Huh? 15, 20 toxic chemicals. Huh? So, in the name of enjoyment, are they really enjoying? Huh? They're killing the body, even according to doctors. We're not saying as spiritualist. Even when you see from material doctors, also you can ask. So, what goes on in the name of enjoyment? Huh? It is terrible suffering. So, the enjoyments in passion and enjoyments in ignorance, they all are terrible suffering. They are like poison. And the happiness and goodness, it may be little austere in the beginning, huh? Like living a lifestyle like this, for example, sleeping early, rising early, living with devotees, eating simple prasad, not eating out, huh? And avoiding the four sinful activities and things like that. You may think that, oh, our life is so different from the other guys. Yeah, it is different, surely, but you can reap so much benefits. You can see you are not putting substances like that into the system, so your body is clean, correct, no? And you are also not watching all dirty things, so your mind can be kept clean. Body, mind can be kept clean, and the soul is more nourished and strengthened by chanting and study of the scriptures. So this is a higher taste. Brahminical taste is required for this. But some students are not ready for that sattvic Brahminical taste of studying the scriptures and leading a very simple life. So, because you have tasted some dirty things before, and there is a propensity for going back to them again. For example, cocoa chocolate. First time when my mother gave this gems, round, round, round gems, just two, three she gave me. And they were in different colors also. I put them in the mouth. I thought it's a tablet. When I put in the mouth, when I bit it, once the cocoa comes in the tongue, you wonder, wow, what is this? Nothing like this we have tasted in life. And I asked my mother, where does this come from? And she showed a packet. I said, give the packet, I'll take care. Then I told my Mom, I finished that one packet and said, please take 3 dozen packets. I said, please buy 3 dozen packets and take it home. And I'll call my friends, we will finish off everything. So she said, if 3 dozen packets, all your 30 rupees will be gone. Isn't it? Although cocoa chocolate is very tasty, the more you eat it, it directly hurts your teeth function. Later on, you'll have to go for root canal. All those dangerous things, painful things. So while eating, it is very delicious. But later on, when they do root canal removal of the tooth, my Lord, you will cry. Some people wonder, why should I live? Better die. They feel like that. It's very painful. Tooth extraction is one of the most painful things. But while eating cocoa chocolate, no, you don't think about it. So, when in the same manner, passionate pleasures, or they give you little thrill in the beginning, but what follows subsequently is extremely painful. What follows that? Like for example, the teenage kids are connecting with the opposite sex, boys and girls, in the school days, or tuition days, or college days. You connect, and then you go here, there, go to movie, party, and do many things together. Then you enter each other's minds. Correct, no? And later on, you know, you want to bring it to parents. Parents will say that, he is of that caste, she is of this caste, you cannot marry. Like once a Brahmin girl wanted to marry a Muslim boy. So when the mother came to know that they both are connecting in the college, getting close to each other, going to different places, she was an intelligent mother. And the parents, the mother called both the boy and girl because they were teenagers. She made them sit and said that I heard that you both are connecting very closely. I'm getting the news. If you are planning for marriage, I have some question for both of you. She asked the boy, if this girl marries you, if my daughter marries you, what will be expectation of your parents? He said she has to wear burqa. He said. Then she asked the daughter, will you wear burqa? Black color, this thing. She said, no way, I am a modern girl. I don't like burqa. Why should I cover? I would like to wear stylish modern dress, she said. And then she asked, what else your parents will expect? He said, she has to become a Muslim and she has to go only to uh, mosque. Then she asked her daughter, will you go to mosque? She said, mosque, I already went with this fellow. There is nobody there inside to meet. I mean, it's an open place. Yeah, you should be able to, you know, pray to God because God is spiritual. He's not visible there. Whereas when you go to she said, I am very fond of Sitaram, Lakshmana Hanuman. I would go to that temples. I would go to Ganesh or I would go to Krishna, Vishnu temples. She said. Then, he asked the boy, see, this is her interest. Are you ready to adapt yourself? Huh? To her interest. And then you go with her like this. He said, no way. Huh? It's not possible. My father is an angry man. Huh? I cannot do this, he said. Then the mother said, okay, I will just give a call to your father now and say that you both are interested, you know, whether they will permit you. Immediately the boy started crying. No, 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 don't call my father. My father will shoot me, he said. Huh? Then she said, see, you say that if you want to marry such a person who will not cooperate with you, he will shoot you, you are saying. Then why are you connecting then? He doesn't have answer. Huh? It's sentimental. Huh? Then she said, in teenage you live in a dream world, foolish world. Don't live in a dream world. You are not able to think of the consequences of your action. That is the foolishness in teenage. In teenage, we live in a dream world where we just do things blindly, whatever sentimentally we feel is nice. Huh? We don't think about the consequences. Playing all day is very nice, but then if you don't study, you will not crack the exams. Huh? In the same manner, then she told the boy, if I ever see you connecting with my daughter, I will call your father immediately. And the boy said, I will never connect. Then you get her married to anybody you want. Huh? I will not trouble her. They both separated after that. Huh? So he at least had fear, that much at least. But in case they connected like this, tomorrow, if both the families oppose, it can become a very serious matter, correct? No? But people, in passion and ignorance, you do things, you don't think about the consequences. Uh, Whereas in Sattva means you look before you leap, you think before you act, you consider before you speak. That is Sattva. So therefore, here is a place for those who are very refined in thinking, speaking, and behaving, those who can foresee the consequences of their life. Why am I doing what I am doing? So, this is the place for swans. If you want to be a swan, come here. If you want to be a pig, you can go anywhere you want. There are abundant places for pigs available in the world now, especially in Kali Yuga. But this is a very refined place. So, you want to become a refined gentleman. Prabhupada said, somebody asked Prabhupada, what would you say about your followers? Prabhupada said, my followers are all perfect gentlemen and ladies, Prabhupada said. So you can become a perfect gentleman. The culture of a perfect gentleman is taught here. So if you have taste, you can come here. So you're asking, I'm not getting taste in bhakti and hankering for material things are always troubling. So you have to study the 18th chapter, 37, 38, verses you read, 18th chapter. You will understand about the happiness in passion and happiness in goodness. Understand about that. Also, I recently spoke on Prerna lecture called as uh, hard and easy and hard choices. Easy and hard choices. You can hear that. That's a very good, it's exactly addressing this topic. Easy versus hard choices. If you make hard choices in the beginning, then your life will be easy later on. But now you want to be a life to be easy going. You know. See this one. See. You saw this? I'll play it again. Watch very carefully. You understand? Huh? So what happens? The fellow, in the beginning, at the top one, you see. So he's climbing, ready to climb up. Correct, no? Whereas the other fellow wants a easygoing life in the beginning. Huh? He doesn't study throughout the semester. He just want to glide very smoothly. And the other fellow is taking trouble. And then you see. What? Because that boy prepared well. Now, the later part of the semester is very smooth for him. Exams are easy because he already studied. This fellow didn't study before. When the examination is about to come, now he is unable to climb. See what happened to him. See, he's not able to go at all. See, Sana. Hmm. So that is the point. Hmm. Yeah. So yes, it is true. Why are you not getting taste in bhakti? The beginning stage of bhakti, because of our material taste, the spiritual taste doesn't manifest very easily. Uh, as the material taste reduces, the spiritual taste will profusely manifest. Uh, it will increase. If there is no strong spiritual taste, then why are you people persisting? Correct, no? Why are people going on and on for year after year, decade after decade? How can one go on? Because they're getting some higher taste. But the higher taste, you cannot lit up fire and pour water. Again, you lit up fire and pour water. Like you stay here, and then morning program you do, and then daytime you are meddling with Wi-Fi, watching all wrong things. Then you say, I'm not getting higher taste because the higher taste is not coming because we are pouring water. We are lighting fire and pouring water. So we should not do that mistake. If you, Prabhupada said, if you have a dry wood, it will burn like that. But if you sprinkle water in that, it is going to, so it will be giving out smoke. It cannot be. Similarly, in spiritual life, to the degree we faithfully follow what Prabhupada has taught us, 100% guaranteed you will get happiness. But the happiness is choked because of adding sense gratification. Prabhupada said sense gratification and Krishna consciousness go well together. And then he's saying that I am very much disturbed by my academics also. Why are you disturbed by academics? I would say that all of you, in the summer vacation only, you should get the books for the next semester. You have 1 or 2 months period. Just start, browsing through the notes, books, what is going to come in the next semester. You already just have a glimpse of what it is. Then when the teacher is teaching in the class, it will be easy for you because you got an idea already. Then in the evening when you come home, every day 1 or 2 hours, you just sit with what the teacher taught that day, review your notes, study the books. Throughout the semester, every day, couple of hours you are studying. That's all. Smoothly, you will see that you can crack all the subjects. It's not very difficult. But people, summer vacation, nobody opens the books. And when teacher is teaching, teacher is going on teaching, and this fellow doesn't come and review the notes. Then at one point of time, you are wondering what teacher is teaching. It is going beyond the head because you have not referred the previous lessons. You understand what I'm saying? So academics will be easy for you if you, just like you eat every day, you bathe every day, you brush your teeth every day. Like that, you have to every day, spend time with what you learnt in the college. Same chapter, book, take it and study. Academics will not be difficult. Like we say, small drops of water make a ocean. Similarly, every day if you do academics regularly, you will not find it difficult. When it becomes difficult, when you accumulate it. Later on, you find there are a dozen books, you are wondering, how am I going to swallow them? Even if somebody has to copy in the exam, you will not know what to copy also. All bulky books. Some people in the last part of the semester, because they have not studied, they sleep on the book only like a pillow. So, therefore, make your academics easy in various ways. One way I told you is regularly studying. Another one, whichever subjects you are weak, go to those devotees and take additional help from them. And then it will be easy. And then thoughts of going to hostel is also coming. Why it's coming? Because you want sense gratification. That means you don't want to study well. Already you know academics is weak also. And you want to do sense gratification also. It's like somebody is sick. Doctor has given medicine. Like doctor has told you have diabetes, you should not eat sweet. He doesn't want to take the bitter medicine, but want to eat more and more sweets. Is it good? You're killing yourself by that. Medicine also you don't take, so you're not getting cured also. So Hare Krishna mantra is chant and living with devotees, that's a medicine. You want to go away from the medicine and you want to indulge in sense gratification, which is poison. And academics for which your father sent you, that also you are not doing well. What is the life? How foolish it would be. So in this center, we focus on two things only, like a railway line, academics and spirituality. These are our focus. Like a railway line has two lines, spiritual duties, material duties. We focus on both. Those boys who are very responsible in life, they're willing to take responsibility and they are dutiful. They're cheerful in taking responsibility. They only can stay here. If you are not responsible, if you don't like to be very dutiful, that's what it is said. If you are dutiful, you become beautiful, it is said. But if you are not dutiful, you don't like to, you say, oh, these guys are getting behind me. Some boys are not ready to study. We are given a very nice study room. They are just loitering here and there. Somehow they waste the time. Then they get poor marks. They set a bad example. When new boys come to the center, they come to know that this fellow is ear down or something. Becomes a very bad preaching. On the other hand, where was it recently? I went to PICT in Pune. So similar crowd was sitting. So the Prahlad Pran Prabhu preacher, he told all the boys, all of you tell your name and tell your CGPA also. So generally it said, don't ask a boy about his CGPA. It is said. But there he told them, I was wondering, will they not be unhappy? Then when they opened the mouth, I understood 9.8, 9.7. One boy was 10 out of 10 in 3 semesters. 9.6. Everybody was above 9.3 practically. Every one of them sitting there and all wearing dhoti kurta, ecstatically situated because they have very strict study card and sadhana card, both. Uncompromising. They have a notice board where they write everything. They have a very good plan for allotting time for study and preaching both. So when your academics and spiritual life goes well, you are happy, parents are happy, and everything goes smoothly. These problems you are talking about, they come because we are not doing our duties properly. That's the main reason. My suggestion to this boy, anyway, whatever has happened till now is past. Now look at the road ahead. From today, you make it a point. Start with your duties in a very strict manner. If you don't have trust in yourself, then put trust in a senior and tell them, Prabhuji, I am going to submit report to you every day or every 2 days. So please watch me, correct me, chastise me, uplift me, make me more responsible and dutiful. And I'm not, you may say that I'm in Tamoguna, Prabhuji, please uplift me to Satoguna. Then they can help you. If you don't take help also and very much submissive to your own mind, mind will kick you like a football. You'll never be happy. Yeah, next question.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, I feel like not staying in voice with devotees all the times because I feel choked on time. We rarely have any freedom in holidays and other vacated times. I like association, but some things give me problem.
Okay, then go to library. You have a nice library in your college? When I was in Texas A&M, my lord, I was shocked. It is an oceanic library. How many books? Lakhs of books. Very nice, large tables and everything silent zone. You cannot talk one word there. So generally, IITians means you have a flavor for books, studying books and subjects and everything. If you are in the voice, always you feel that this is more like a temple. I'm feeling a little uneasy. Okay, then go to library and study. No problem. You feel more focused in your academics there. You can study. But one more thing, in our voice centers, if there is a holiday, we don't want all your entire holiday to be spent in this kind of classes. We have class in the morning, some kirtan in the evening or something like that. And daytime you have time for your studies. And devotees, some of the voices are very, very balanced. One weekend they study 10 hours on Saturday and Sunday. 20 hours they complete. Next weekend they don't study at all. They fully go out and calling boys for preaching. It all depends on planning. So this devotee has not written why he feels choked. Are you choked because it is too Krishna conscious? You're choked, I think here our Radha Govindji is standing here and always watching. So he's saying that we rarely have freedom and holidays and other vacations. He says, okay, on holidays, Nimanandpu can say, on holidays, how do they spend time, Nimanandpu? Yeah. Do we have all day some camp or something for them? On holidays. Correct. Balance, yeah. Well, one thing is the yatras which we go, if we just go for 3 days, 3 days in a year, 2 times, then it will not be too taxing for them because they also get that spiritual master's yatra also. Correct, no? That is 6 days. And apart from that, many of the Pune devotees, they go for just one weekend. Like they go on a Friday morning Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Say, for example, if you have a vacation for 8 or 10 days, you just take them for 3 days to Yatra, and then other 5 days, just leave them with their books, let them do their academics. One thing is, we should know this is not a brahmacharya ashram. This is a voice center, is a student study place. So little spiritual touch they should have. At the same time, they should feel there should be a very powerful academic atmosphere also here. Because honestly, I can tell you, although I was a spiritualist, even in my college days, in study we were like very, very competitive. huh? Like in our class, we had almost 80 students, but you will always see first three ranks will go only to three of us. We were three boys. Nobody can come into that zone of first three ranks. Even Madras University, when we wrote the final this thing, I stood fourth in the university, and my one of the second friend, he stood seventh, and the third friend stood 12th in the university. So we had a lot of thrill in cracking the marks and getting good score and being outstanding. Similarly, any mathematics and all they would teach, we would be raising the hand and answering what is the next step. Actually, our boys should be as enthusiastic in studies as they are in Krishna consciousness. They should be equal enthusiastic. Like look at Arjuna, for example. In archery, nobody can beat him. Then in the devotion also, nobody can beat him. He's very powerful. Equally, we should enthuse and encourage the students to be heroic in both their material duties and spiritual duties. They should not tend to think that, oh, now that I am a devotee, my academics are not so important. Then they become dull in spiritual life also, eventually. So, yatras, 6 7 day yatra, if you are going out, it is becoming, they feel that that's the only long holiday we had, and all the days went away in yatra, for example, if they feel like that. Because as soon as they come back, they have to start going to college, correct, no? Correct, no? That's why they feel like that. If you could do only, say, if there is a 8 day yatra, you only 2 to 3 days you keep. Other 5 days, give them free time. They come back, do their own study, planning, everything. Correct, no? In many of the devotees in Pune, they do 3 plus 3 in 2 semesters. Plus, they go to Guru's Yatra. That makes it another 6 7 days. So it's like almost 12 to 15 days in a year. Plus, they also come to Pune for all that Nishtha Ashray, that is also there. Plus, they have to preach, and like Puri camp, we have all those camps also. So if some boy is feeling like this, then we can find out how to modify what we are. Actually, we are here to facilitate their life, to have such a balance that they should feel happy. We don't want to choke them too much. Uh, Even the love and care we give, we don't want to. Why don't you accept love and care? We don't give like that. Yeah. I always tell the counselors also, I tell the counselors that grown-up people need a little more breathing space. That it's much different than caring for small, tender children. Tender children need to be told every small thing. The grown-up people, if we can trust them, we can give them freedom and see how they do things. And they won't mind correction if you give them freedom. Prabhupada gave a lot of freedom. Prabhupada Maharaj is also telling. You give them freedom, you give them adventure, make them think. Like we see this subject I teach generally, the thing which we did, sincerity attracts grace. Instead of teaching what I did this time, I just gave them into groups. What a presentation they gave. So if you make them speak, present and speak, they don't feel it too heavy 2 day camp. Because now that's why we did SRCGD also like that. When they prepare and present and give, then they are also more open to learning also. And it's very important that even when they are, like some other centers, they say, morning we have this program, and in one of the voices they say, evening we have reading Lilamrita, and night we have Shayan Darshan and everything they introduced. Then the inmates feel a bit choked. They feel probably we have no free time for ourselves. We want time to relax a bit and we want to study. Then I told them that don't introduce too many spiritual things. Like on an average, if a boy is reading 15 minutes a day, Prabhupada books, 15 20 minutes is a very big thing, along with the studies. Like some devotees have 1 hour reading every day, Prabhupada books. And the boys say, my Lord, then when will I study my college books? Here, where they study how much time daily? Half an hour daily. You have a online study, this thing, huh? They are doing personally, on their own they are reading. Oh, they're able to do it on their own, or some they come together and read. Are they come together and read on their own? Are they? There's nothing like reading. One person reads and then he explains. Hmm. Like Tarun Mohan Prabhu and all these people in Hyderabad, what they do? You come in a group. Every devotee reads one para, and they explain themselves. So reading person is very careful because he only has to explain what he read, and the other fellows will hear. And then after he reads and explains, you ask the other boys some questions to them. You know, so he read and explained. Now, because others also know that there may be some question asked to me, so they also listen attentively. Then the second person reads, third person, and they do read. They improve their English also by reading when they read. You know, because sometimes some boys they read something else only other than what is there while reading because the mouth has to get used to properly reading. So boys like it, reading one para and explaining, others answering some question. It is like 75-25. 75% we read, 25% we explain. And 100% guaranteed Prabhupada's book reading will never fail. Huh? Because you are in a group, everybody knows I have to go for the group. Maybe in IIT the schedules are different and coming together may be a bit challenging, correct? No? Yeah. If you are able to make it, generally it should be in the later part of the day. Like for example, say you all sleep at 9:30, for example. So 9 to 9:30. You do the reading and go to sleep. It's the last part of the day. Huh? And immediately you go to sleep after that. Like that you can keep it. Or 10 o'clock you're sleeping, 9:30 to 10 you read. Immediately everybody goes to bed. If you do that. And if they can join the group, it is good. Those who couldn't join, all right. At least if you take attendance daily, 2-3 days they joined. Other 2 days they couldn't join. It's all right. That kind of group reading will ensure that everybody reads proper books. Otherwise, they may miss out. There's a possibility. Half an hour per day means weekly 3.5 hours, correct? No? That's perfect. It is. That's perfect for them. And in a group reading, they feel encouragement from their fellow mates also. Yeah. Mhm. And evening, one most important thing I'll tell you, I've observed in voice centers. Many of you may be coming back by 5, I think. How many of you come 5 or before 5? You come back from the college? There are only 2, 3. Okay. How many of you come back by 6 or between 5 to 6? Okay. How many of you come after 6? Okay. There are only 2, 3 after 6. And what about others? I don't know. How many of you are back by afternoon only? Only morning half is busy and then after 2 o'clock you're quiet. After that, not very busy day. After two, there are many. Correct. MIT is also like that. Many a times in abroad also many universities, they keep you busy only till 2. After 2, you can go to library and do many things like that. So why am I asking you this? Because after you come to room, take care that you don't waste the time. Huh? Some boys, what they do when they come back in the evening at 5, they hang around, talk to people, eat prasad, and then 9 o'clock they sit with books. Now I'm going to start now. What start now? Is this the time to start? Yeah. You start in the evening only. Evening 5 o'clock you should start. No? Then you can end by 8 o'clock or 8:30 like that. Correct, no? I don't know why they waste the evening. Evening is such a precious time. Huh? If you want to talk to somebody, that also should be timed in your calendar. Half an hour you hang around, talk something, and then come back and go to your reading room immediately. Evening is a golden time to read 3 hours. Yeah, next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. This question is a kind of personal question, Prabhuji.
No problem. Your name is not there. Don't worry. Yeah.
I want to know how a devotee can remain practice enthusiastically Krishna consciousness who has bad impressions in the past, like as you have explained during the DP camp, that currently there are many degraded people around all over the world, like child abuse and child exploitation and all those things. If a sadhaka faced child abuse in his childhood and exploited others before coming to Krishna consciousness due to those impressions, now that devotee is struggling with those impressions and dragging himself to practice Krishna consciousness by following 4 regulative principles and 16 rounds, but want to know what is the hope for him so that he can remain enthusiastic and not fall prey to those impressions. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving such wonderful series of lectures. I'm so much indebted to you.
See, in homo, there is a very mild beginning of homo, and there are very deadly stage of homo. The mild one is when you were a teenage boy or something, somebody, touched your private parts or something like that, and you didn't understand what it is, and they told you to assist them also. Huh? So you got bewildered at that time. You were very young. Now that you all have grown up, now you know what it is. It's improper. Huh? Uh, there is a proper sex where a man and woman are allowed to marry and beget children, and that's a proper one. Huh? And otherwise, man, touching each other and all those things. This is all not approved in the Shastra, in a sexual way. It's considered demoniac. Huh? And because of this Kali Yuga, some men are having feminine behavior. Huh? Their smile, their speech, and so because that others are getting confused. Huh? They are getting bewildered seeing that. Mm. So anyway, but one thing you can know for sure: if a boy is a boy, then you are not supposed to connect with him in a that type of manner. Huh? So in case you were abused a little bit in your childhood, and then you also abused somebody, now that's a bad past. How to forget it? I told you two lectures. One is overcoming previous conditioning. There is one lecture. Radheshyamdas, overcoming previous conditioning. I have explained about it. There are little stories and analogies. And then I have spoken about uh, the subconscious mind, how to modify your subconscious mind. That is one thing I've spoken. There's another lecture called prayer. P dot R dot A dot Y dot E dot R dot, like that. If you put, you will get also. No? So in that also talks, it's mostly about modifying your subconscious mind, because subconscious mind should be modified. If that is not modified, again and again the old impressions keep attacking you. So how to do that? You can hear those two lectures. You will understand. Now in Homo, if you have the type of some kind of attraction for same sex, you should make strenuous efforts to keep away from that person. You can even tell your authority that, Prabhuji, that particular boy, I'm feeling some uneasiness, the way he smiles, the way he walks, and I'm feeling some uneasiness. So you tell him, please not to come near me. And if I go near, I may do something wrong. Then the seniors also will tell the boy, please don't go near this boy. He's feeling some little uneasiness with you. Keep a little away. So he knows and you know, but nobody else knows. And you don't have to go around telling everybody about this. Yeah, if you tell the authority and the authority tells their boy, that's good enough. Even in our ashram, we have 180, 200 brahmacharis. One brahmachari was feeling some that male attraction to one feminine looking brahmachari. So we told those two fellows, and now they live apart. Earlier they were like close friends. Now they stay away, and they are both peaceful now. There's no problem. And another thing is, you should never go to the abysmal, bottommost portion of homosexuality. What is it? Going with the same sex and going for a very intimate meeting with boy. Nowadays they do that in hostels also. Many people come, they go to first year boys, and they help them, ejaculate and things like that. They do. Very dangerous it is, because eventually they will do anal insertion and that kind of homosexuality, which is very dangerous, because you will lose attraction for the opposite sex. If one is doing such kind of male connectivity, sexually you connect, you cannot beget children also in that, and you will lose taste for opposite sex completely. Then you will have mad attraction for male, and then you cannot marry a male also, and you don't have attraction to opposite sex also. And if you come to Hare Krishna temple and touch any boy like that, they will throw you out. You'll have a problem. It will become a very big problem for you. So for such boys, what we have said, this one. I can read this one. This is a standard reply I send. Yeah.
Yes. Don't feel broken down or bad due to the conditioning that you are undergoing. Don't talk about your homo problem to any immature devotee. Otherwise, you will get discouraged. Just as brahmacharis refrain from women, you keep away from boys and just be focused in your sadhana, seva, swadhyaya, and in this way, your life will become sublime. Don't keep thinking about past bad habits and don't go into depression. You have got shelter of Guru and Krishna and Srila Prabhupada books and nice programs at ISKCON. Take advantage. Srila Prabhupada said that this tendency is demoniac. But if somebody does not indulge with another boy but controls this tendency and engages in devotional service, just as sadhus restrain their attraction for opposite sex, then such a boy can be a wonderful devotee. At the same time, you should take precautions too, not to damage anyone, because then you will be thrown out of devotee association along with a bad reputation. What you only cannot do is this: taking counseling for a group of boys, which will be dangerous for you. Although you will not be shaving up, you are living next to a ISKCON temple and getting nice morning programs and classes. You have nothing to lose, nothing to worry. It is best that you take up a single room near any ISKCON temple, do a cool 9 to 5 job, keep saving money in a bank, and spend morning and evening in the temple, and you have got to go back only to sleep in your own single room. All through this only you should be careful not to act wrongly by mishandling any boy or boys. Always use mosquito net at night and have a lamp on. Keep your mind peaceful by study of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and hearing your Guru Maharaja's lectures. Don't be morose. Behave with devotees as a devotee. I appreciate the sincere spark of Krishna conscious devotion in your heart. Don't be morose. If you feel disturbed mentally by seeing some male, keep distance from him and ask your manager to put a word to that person not to disturb you. Life will go on and you'll become soon spiritually mature and you can transcend all these unwanted problems.
Okay, you got it? This is what I write if anybody has a homo issue. Um, Yes.
In today's class, you talked about matching the desires of the subtle body with the spiritual desires. So sometimes, when we hear the very inspiring class or chant and dance in Kirtan, we see there is only spiritual desire that I want to serve the Lord or preach in the mission, dedicate my life, and so after some time, the material desire again comes up. So, why is that we do not desire to have those desires, but it again comes up like it is hidden? And if the desires are hidden, then how can we remove them and have only spiritual desire?
Yeah. So, in the path of spiritual life, this is, say, there are two walls: sinful life, pure life. Now we are all going from sinful life to pure life. So, while going like this, if you are careless with tempting environments and bad association, then again we'll fall back to sinful life, because the old tendencies are not gone. Just like the Vikramaditya and Vetal story you heard, na? And the Vetal goes back to the tree. Similarly, we will also fall back if you are going to be careless in dealing with agents of, Maya. One has to be very careful in dealing. One cannot. Therefore, Prabhupada has given many principles. For example, with respect to opposite sex, he says honest avoidance of opposite sex. Similarly, in using Wi-Fi, Maya is like electricity. Electricity can be used to electrify your room with light and everything. But the same electricity, if you don't know how to use it, can give you shock. Huh? So while we are all living in the city using Maya, so we have to be very careful. So why the old things are coming again? Because we are careless. Huh? Become more attentive. Huh? Like nowadays, some of the boys use this rod for heating water. You have to handle it very carefully. Like, for example, after you put it in water, you switch on, then you don't touch it. When you come back, first you switch off first and then take out the rod. So some foolish fellows have gone and caught the rod and got shocked and died also. Correct, no? Because they didn't know how to handle it properly. Hmm? So similarly, if you don't have a slipper, everything is not there properly, then you get a shock. So in the same manner, handling Maya is not a easy thing. Huh? Be very careful, be cautious. Be cautious of Maya and be conscious of Krishna. Huh? The Jadabharata taught us how to be cautious of Maya. And Prahlad taught how to be conscious of Krishna. Both are important. Next.
Follow follow up on this question. If the material desires are hidden, we will surely get a material body. Then we do not practice, then we need to practice so that the material desires go away from the root and not hide back.
Yeah, don't worry. It will take time, because millions of lifetimes we have been wandering in this world. Suddenly, all material desires will not go overnight. You all are young now. You're practicing. You are in the right track, I can say. You are doing the right engagement and right association. That you should be happy about. But you have to be patient also. Suddenly, you cannot demand Krishna, Krishna. Before tonight, all material desires should be out. You can't say that. How many lifetimes we have been chasing after Maya? Yeah.
Prabhuji, you are mentioning about imaginary demands due to mental hunger. Prabhuji, how do we deal with mental hunger? Do we experience loneliness due to this mental hunger?
Yeah. Correct. You correctly said. So, what you should do in whichever area you are feeling mental hunger, you should look at devotees who are very simple. They don't have that mental hunger. They are satisfied. Yadricha labha santushto. Associate with those devotees closely. Now you have to go now, I think. It's getting late now. Correct? Gaadi is ready? Egg is ready, yeah. So, uh, see, if you associate with a boy who is very lavish, then you will also want to become lavish. And he will tell you, hey, you are living in a flat with so many 20 boys. See, I am having my own flat. There are boys living in an independent flat. Then you will become lavish also. And if you see a boy very lavishly spending money, then you also will want to spend money like that. So associate people who are very, very careful in spending money, not lavish. So you need good association. That's one of the ways. Looking at them, you will be inspired to also lead a very conservative life, and not unnecessarily making demand. If somebody brings you son papdi after finishing prasad, you can accept it, but not eat it. You can take it and keep it and say that I'll take it with the next meal. Because right now, just now, burp has come already. Putting it will cause more damage to belly. So don't have mental hunger. Mental hunger comes, don't answer it. By denying it, eventually become strong. And you can deny that in good association. Second.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning about giving up enjoying mentality.
And also you have to think of the consequences of answering the mental hunger. Now it's time now. Quickly read the second and third one. 2 minutes, I'll finish.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning about giving up enjoying mentality. Can you please tell us what are the steps we need to follow to give up the enjoying mentality?
Next one.
Prabhuji, how do we cope up with the changes in our lives? Every time we encounter a change, we experience a perturbation. Depending on the extent of perturbation, we experience a phase of unsteady Krishna consciousness. How do we deal with this?
Okay, the last question about steadiness. You can say secret steps to steadiness. I spoke in Pirana lecture. So just put Radheshyamdas steadiness, you will see something. The third question. The second question regarding giving up enjoying mentality, you have to increase your services with the senses. Rishi Kena, Rishikesh Sevana, with the senses. And the mind, we increase 1 or 2 extra rounds chanting we do. Then mind gets purified. Senses get purified by seva. Mind gets purified by chanting. Intelligence gets strengthened and purified by study of Gita Bhagavata. Ego gets purified by dealing with devotees with humility and tolerance. In this way, the more you purify your senses, enjoying mentality will go far away, as you keep doing. Now we have to conclude. I have to go. We are catching a train and going to NIT Jamshedpur now, I think. We're sitting ahead. It was a very nice time being with all of you.